YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. We just took the A95L off the IKEA desk. That's where I've had it so far for the content we've created up to this point. Yeah, it's time to get this thing in real position so we can start testing things like audio. So we started by taking the base off the TV. This guy does come with two different options. There's a 1 and a 2. And so you can either mount those in the middle, or you see this grid here and there. I showed this in the initial impressions. If you happen to miss that, if you want to go back and see that, you can. And these cover pieces on both sides I put there. So that's looking clean. Now I'm using a Santa's base for this. This particular base fits up to an 86 inch. This is 77 inch. So we'll get this here. The hope is that I can get it to position right above the center speaker. We're gonna get this all going right after this intro. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So installing this third-party base was pretty simple. The TV actually came with these screws right here. So 1, 2, you got 3, and then 4. So that's nice. Now I'm not sure if these screws can be used for any type of mount system that you use, but it was nice that I didn't have to use anything extra, because the truth be told, I don't even have the one. So I mean, I can buy an assortment box of bolts, but this is nice. So all I had to do was just get this thing on here. So this is nice and firm. Now all of these different holes right here make it so that I can put the TV higher or lower. As I said, my plan is going to be to have it sitting right above the center speaker, how I had the S95C. So yeah, another suggestion behind these plastic pieces right here, and I say these pieces because it's one on each side, I would suggest that you just position the bolts for your mounts into there. So if you ever have to sell your TV, or you never have to worry about having a bag or anything like that. So just some tips to try to help you out there. All right, guys. So running into the first thing that I'm not enjoying with this TV, and it's the design. So I've got the TV positioned how I had the S95C. One thing I miss about the S95C is the one connect box. Everything, including the power, goes into that one box. Everything's just distributed through that one transparent wire. So that's an amazing design. That is one of the things I'm telling you, I love it over the S90C too. It just makes your install really clean. So with this TV, we've got HDMI cables over to the left, and I'll have 3 things in. I've got eARC for the receiver that's at the bottom. We've got gaming PC, and we've got Apple TV 4K. So 3 cables there. I got those cables spider wrapped. I got them, zip tied. So those are all there. And then on the right side, we've got freaking power. And this is common for most TV manufacturers. They're going to have the power on a separate side. So the problem is I'm sitting back in the sweet spot, man, and it's like, I can't live with that. You know, like, it looks okay, but it doesn't. Like, I see the cords. I can't drop the TV anymore because the base for the mount system is there. However, the base that comes with the TV may work for me. So if I set it to this height, I may have enough clearance for the TV to set over my center, because right now the center is sitting on the base, the Santa's base, and then the TV's bezel at the bottom has a little bit of leeway there too. So I'm gonna try to get this installed and see if it gives me a clean install where it'll sit right above the center speaker. That is important. But you know what? If it doesn't work, I can always get rid of the center speaker and just use the TV as a center. So we got options there. Sony might have thought about that, and they said, you know what, the hell with your center speaker, use the TV. So that might end up being what we do, but I'm gonna try this out. All right, well, Once I got to actually trying to install this thing, I had to look at the width of the base, and my stand isn't long enough. My stand says it's for 70 inches. So in this situation, that does hold true because the TV is wider than that. So that wouldn't work. But the cool thing is that the TV has the ability to have the legs, we'll call it the legs, installed in the center. Okay, so that might work out for us. And I discovered this because I didn't have to take the TV off the Santa's base in order for me to install these. But once I did that, I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's not going to work. So this is kind of some behind the scenes type of stuff, man, just trying to get this thing set up. I thought that it would be cool to share this experience because this is kind of like what happens behind the scene when you're trying to get your stuff all situated. So I'm gonna grab one of my sons and have him help me get this thing taken off of the Santa's base. I pretty much have to unscrew this because it's screwed on to be secure, so it can't be just like snatched off. And I'll unplug the center speaker also. What I'll do is I'll get the back of the base of the Sony TV connected to the back of it, set it on the floor, unscrew the center, and I'll put the center in front of it so that I can see if I can get the center to, be lower than what the actual TV is on the carpet. If that works, then great. I can get the TV lifted back up there and can use it. If not, then hey, we're just going to be straight using the darn television as a as the center speaker. Either that, or I'll invest in like I've seen some people have like a tower, kind of like you get a speaker stand for your bookshelf, right? I've seen some people have that for their center speaker too. It might encourage me to get something like that for my center. I don't know, it just depends. But timestamps are in the description for this. The point of this video is like getting this thing set up, and then we're gonna test the center and the TV, kind of going back and forth, right? So let's get this thing off and see what we can do.